What is a quirk? Well, in the My Hero Academia universe, a quirk is basically a superhuman ability, some more super than others, and is generally different for each individual. Quirks are inherited genetically and typically manifest in children by the age of 4. Children will either manifest one of their parents' quirks, or if the two are compatible, a new quirk formed by the fusion of the two. Now, there are 3 different categories for quirks: emitter, transformation, and mutant, and that is exactly what I'm going to be covering in today's video. Hello, it's your boy Briggs, and like always, welcome to All Day Anime. Warning, I will butcher all of the names, but yeah, let's jump right into it. Starting with emitter. Emitter type quirks are by a wide margin the most common type of quirk. Emitter type quirks have the ability to either release certain substances or alter materials around them in certain ways. They usually require a conscious effort to activate, such as explosion and half cold, half hot. Emitter type quirks can also have various ranges. While some users require physical contact to use them, such as zero gravity, others can have much longer ranges, with no distance restrictions. While most emitter type quirk users generally have a handle on their own emissions, it's also possible for users to hurt themselves from coming into too much contact with their own quirk, like Bakugo's explosion for example. In the case of generating substances, making too much, too fast, or for too long can harm the user, as they are using reserves from their own body, such as the Tape Dude, officially known as Tape Dude for now on, and Mineta's Sticky Things quirk known as Pop Off. In Mineta's case, using them too often causes bleeding from the head, or they gradually lose their natural resistance to their own harmful quirk. So basically, to give you an example, Bakugo does have a natural resistance and isn't affected by his explosions, but when overused, they slowly lose their resistance and can harm him. The emissions of emitter type quirks can have a wide variety of properties and abilities. While some substances produced by emitter type quirks have common properties like cement for example, others are unique to the user, and thus have special properties, which is the case for Mineta and his sticky balls. Those who alter the properties of materials around them can also widely vary in effects, from molecular alteration, aka the softening quirk, to molecular destruction, known as decay. Next up is transformation, which seems to be the least common type of quirk. Transformation type quirks cause the user to take on a temporary alteration of some kind. They allow the user to temporarily transform their body in a variety of ways, sometimes enhancing existing features like hardening, or perhaps adding new features to the body altogether like dark shadow or tool arms. Transformation type quirks generally only affect the user themselves, the only known exceptions being recovery and meatball. They usually require a close range proximity in order to fully utilize them in combat due to them only affecting the user's body. Transformation type quirks usually require a conscious effort by the user to activate, though most users can be trained to initiate them by reflex and practice to initiate their quirks with greater intent and precision, such as with Shinya Kamihara and his folded body quirk, which he's mastered to change in any way in an instant. While transformation type quirks are often quite powerful, their biggest weakness is that their effects are often temporary, and overusing them usually leads to negative repercussions on the user's behalf. Transformation quirks can also be limited based on the user, how resilient their body is, and the resources they have available to them. Tetsu for example describes that his steel quirk softens if he doesn't consume enough iron, and suffers from iron fatigue if he maintains the quirk for too long. Some users even condition their body in certain ways so that their quirks can operate more effectively, such as with Yu Hojo, who shaves his body so his quirk can manifest easier. Because this type of quirk combines the activation time and mutant-shaped aspects of other quirk types, it is often known as a hybrid or composite type of quirk. And finally, mutant quirks. Mutant type quirks can have a wide variety of features and abilities depending on the individual. But the common similarity seems to be that these quirks are part of the user's body, causing the user to exhibit irregular body features that generally have some sort of purpose to them. As a result, mutant quirks are passively active and are the most identifiable. For example, Dupli Arms, which is Shoji's mutant type quirk, dramatically malforms his arms and lets him create other body parts from them. Mutant type quirks create bodily structures that bestow the user more complex abilities that emitter and transformation quirks cannot safely provide. Oftentimes, they will bestow prehensile appendices that allow for greater degrees of control, like with Shiosaki's vines, or to enhance pre-existing abilities like Tenya Ida's legs engine quirk. While not necessarily a weakness, mutant-type quirks cannot be turned off, and sometimes cause their user inconvenience due to their malformations. Such is the case with Ojiro and his tail quirk, which makes it difficult for him to sit or lay down. Though because these quirks are passively active and cannot be turned off, they are immune to quirk disabling effects, such as with Aizawa's eraser quirk. Mutant-type quirks are also the only known type of quirk which can be passed down through generations without necessarily bestowing the corresponding ability, such as with Fumikage Tokoyami and his bird-like head that has nothing to do with his dark shadow quirk, or Koji Koda's malformed head which speaks nothing to his Annie voice quirk. As a result, while it's uncertain how common mutant quirks are, it can be safely assumed that they are the most commonly inherited. And that is the end of the explanation portion of the video, and now it is indeed time for YouTube's favorite Q&A series, Briggs Q. Let's get into it. Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Briggs. I am finally back. I know it's been a while. I got sick and then I went to a convention, and I low-key fell in love with Twitch, and I've been doing that a lot lately. All the links are down below, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, merch, all down below. But that's not why you're here. You're here for the Briggs Q, YouTube's favorite Q&A series. So let's just jump right into it. The first question is by Ray Gonzalez. Which woman in anime would you like to have as your girlfriend? You can choose between a combination of looks, personality, and or devotion to the relationship. Yeah, my answer without a doubt would be Miu Furinji from Kenichi the Mighty Disciple. She is like smoking hot. Like, look at that body. It's on screen right now probably. She is smart, athletic, ridiculously strong. Like, wouldn't you just love a woman that can kick your ass? Extremely devoted to Kenichi towards the end. Super kawaii. I don't know. Like, I'm obviously biased, but she's my waifu. And that is my answer. I low-key call my girlfriend Miu sometimes as a joke. Love the intro, thank you very much Carlos Montez. Also here's a Briggs Q. Would you judge an anime on the art style or just be happy that it got another season? And guess what anime I'm referring to, obviously the 7 Deadly Sins. Can you please mention this in your next video please? Yeah, of course I can. What was I gonna say? Okay, so art style, it is one component. I think art style matters, but at the end of the day it is one component of an anime. So, for example, the 7 Deadly Sins, I love the characters, I love the fight scenes, and I think the story progressively gets better throughout as it continues to go along. So in that case, it's one of my favorite anime. I love it regardless of the art style. If it had a better art style, would I love it more? Maybe. But I'm enjoying Season 2 better than Season 1, even though Season 2 had has a worse art style. Even better point, Ping Pong the animation. Ping Pong the animation is literally like the guy probably grabbed some ink, threw it on a piece of paper and fucking smudged it on there, and it looks like a piece of shit, but it is such an amazing anime because art style is only one component. Tales of Zestia, or whatever the hell, honestly I don't even remember what it's called, looks so beautiful. Like that water, I probably have it on screen right now, whatever. The anime looks beautiful, but it's only one component. Just because the animation is great, if everything else sucks, I'm not down for it, you know? That's pretty much my answer. Hashtag BriggsQ by Jackal Gaming and Music. Do you have any anime you could recommend for me? I usually try to tailor my recommendations based on people's interests. I find that works the best. But since I don't know you, I usually have I have about 10 that are like my go-to for recommendations of different genres. So like my basic recommendations all the time are Death Note, Steins Gate, and Great Teacher Onizuka, 3 of my favorite anime of all time. But at the same time, if you like fighting anime, I would recommend Hajime no Ippo or Kenichi the Mighty Disciple. If you want a slice of life, comedy-esque, I would go for more of a Devil is a Part-Timer. If you want an isekai stuck in another world, which is very popular nowadays, I would go with No Game No Life. Of course, if you like 7 Deadly Sins, which I'm assuming you do since you watch my channel, I would probably recommend Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't know how many that was. I think that was 8. Black Lagoon is such a badass anime. If you want something like this badass in every way, Black Lagoon, Cowboy Bebop. I think that's been 10. That's about 10. Those are some of my favorite anime of all time. I'm sure you'd probably enjoy them as well. J-Hope Hobby, do you want to build a snowman? Yes. I mean, I'm Canadian. Briggs, love your content, thank you so much, by Vicky McLeod. Who is better in your opinion, Escanor or Bon? But it should be the Lord himself, Escanor. Well, Bon and Escanor are my two favorite characters in the Seven Deadly Sins, so you chose very wisely in this question. Escanor though. Bon in the first season was my favorite, but once I saw his introduction of Escanor and I read the manga, Escanor versus Estarossa, Escanor is like the fighting festival thing, or not fighting festival, whatever, that little tournament, and his first introduction against Galand in the Galand game. Once I praised the sun, you can't go back. And the final question is by Beast Knight. How much have you paid for those guns? And the reason why I included this one is because I was confused for a bit when I read it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't got no guns. I got two samurai swords over there. By the way, at Anime North, I bought Ichigo's Bankai, and last year I bought Zoro's Wado Ichimonji, his white sword, the first one he holds in his mouth. But, I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And then I remembered I referred to these bad boys as my guns in one video. How much did I pay for them? None of them. Nothing. Free of charge. Actually, like $4.50 for a gym membership, I guess, but like all natural. That's pretty cringy, I know. But yeah, that's the end of this video! Oh my god, if you're watching this, I'm probably live on Twitch right now. Actually, I am live on Twitch right now. Link down below, boys. Actually, I ordered a computer, so hopefully in the future I could do some streams on YouTube gameplay. I can't do that right now, but I can do it on Twitch. Twitch is going to be my main platform for 99% of my streams, but maybe once a month I'll do some like gaming on YouTube to let you guys know that if you want more of this, watch me on Twitch. Literally any night that I'm home at night, I will be Twitch streaming. Today I have volleyball, so I'll be Twitch streaming probably like as this video is up for like an hour or so. But tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, I'm probably Twitch streaming. So yeah, on that note, that is the end of this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tap the notification bell to never miss a video. And on that note, I will see you guys all next time, dudes. Shinpaku.